Luke Dallow, inspirational businessman, South Auckland crate champ, architect, playwright, poet, and two-time heart attack survivor.
If I get to Christmas, I'm lucky.
Now, rising like a phoenix, Luke prepares for his next big fight. The Luke Dallow Celebrity Sleepover, raising money for Mental Health Awareness Week. Tune in to YouTube, Twitch or Facebook to watch this living legend sleep like a baby. The Luke Dallow Celebrity Sleepover, live stream this Friday from 10 p.m. Here I am. Sorry, everyone. Hi, how's it going, everybody? We've got Thursday the 30th of September 2021. Thane will be here till 10:30, and we've got quite a show going on tonight. Rickard joins us on the show tonight. How good is that? We'll talk back with Thane and Sophia. It's going to be hard to get everybody's names right, but she's coming up in about 9 minutes' time. Later on in the show, we've got Hamish Pinkham from Rhythm and Vines. So it'll be great to have Hamish here, and also to have some, hi, Michelle, how's it going? To talk about a couple of memories. I've been to Rhythm and Vines a couple of times as a DJ, like as a crowd warm-up guy with DJ General Lee, and it was fun. It really was fun. So I know people just, set their clocks, their summers by Rhythm and Vines. Should be a great chat. Feels weird talking up Rhythm and Vines over my dear friend Rickard, which I had to kind of pressure cook her to come on the show today because somebody else fell out. But, I'm very, very, very excited to finally catch up with her. Michelle, I can't put emojis weirdly on the stream, or I can't put them up on the stream. Anyways, if you'd like to join us, I've just in the stream, the comments now, put the little link so you can come and join us. Plus, we've launched another little show whilst we are not another little show, a little bit of the show. We want you to share it to win some pies. Have a look at this. Talkback with Thane and Sophia wants to put you in the draw for a box of Love a Pie pies. Here's the incentive. We want to grow this beautiful community. All you got to do is share the show. Share the show on Facebook. One share is one entry into a delicious box of Love a Pie pies that will draw this Friday. So that's right. So if you do get a chance and you got a public profile on your Facebook page, just hit the share the show, and then we can see the shares and we'll definitely put you in the draw. So if you share it as many times as possible, maybe you want to share it to the group that you belong to and it falls within their guidelines, then give it a share, and then we'll put you up on there and whatnot. So yeah, we got Michelle. What's Michelle saying right now? She goes, what ink? Lol. Oh, the link. Sorry, Michelle. I don't know if you can see it, but it's definitely in the stream. And who's this we got over here? How's it going, buddy? All right?
Very well.
Very good.
I sat down though, and then I remembered I put my chocolate over on the other side of the lounge.
I wonder if Benny's watching now. Benny, just sent us thing. Studio link, please. Definitely going to put the studio link up. But Benny, can you see the studio link in the comments? The studio link should be in the comments section, so you can jump on. Just shared, mate. Oh, thank you very much there. This guy, Benny Richards, has just shared it, which is fantastic.
Hi, Michelle and Selena.
Fabulous. Hey, how have you been anyway? You're looking great and green.
Thanks. I really didn't feel very well in the throat yesterday, and I'm trying to work out what's going on. I think I've had some inner ear issues since I was a kid. I'm going to blame it on that. I don't know. I went and saw the doctor. And they were like, yeah, your ear's fine, but you have a red throat. Here's some antibiotics.
Oh, shit. Okay. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I did. I felt better today, and it's just gotten better and better. Maybe I'm dehydrated. I don't know.
I'm doing all the shares too, everybody. So I'm sharing it off my account so the word gets around. Point share, we're coming your way. Sorry, not to take any away from anything from your throat. But shit, okay. It's a little bit of a worry, eh? It's a weird time to have a sore throat in this country.
Yeah, it's a weird time to have anything, sneezing, coughing, having a sore throat. None of it's okay. Everybody looks at you like, you say, oh, I've got a bit of a sore throat. Everyone's like, go and get tested or something. But
Michelle wants to join us on camera. Michelle, you may get your opportunity. I just wanted you to answer this question. Michelle, can you see the link in the comment section?
I will say,
yeah.
Sorry, and I forgot we're doing the raising the hands thing. Hi. Yesterday when I was not well and I took the night off the show, just to sort of recuperate a wee bit and get some rest. But I was watching the show because I couldn't help myself, and I couldn't see the link anywhere either. So I'm wondering if there might be a possibility of posting the link on the page on our Facebook page as a comment.
Okay.
Kia ora.
Gosh, I thought I
Hi,
did that.
Luke.
Kia ora, mate.
How are you?
Do I look like an angel with my halo?
No, you look like you're on a ghost hunt, and then in a second you go, ah!
Boom.
Like that. Yeah. What was that movie where they went and it was like ages ago and they held it under here and they're like, oh. I can't remember.
Now, there's a bit of gossip around the office, Sophia.
What office? At your house?
Our office.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go on.
Our office and our little podcast here. Now, you and Benny Mack were not on the show last night. What was happening there?
Well, I had a sore throat, but I still tuned in because I couldn't help myself, and I ended up just commenting the whole bloody night. It was a bit weird. I should have just come on, but I just had a sore throat and I couldn't talk. I couldn't project my voice, and I didn't want to make it worse.
We had
I don't know what Benny's problem was. I think he was having a little tantrum or something. Were you, Benny? What was your deal?
G'day, Benny.
Yeah, I had to have mental health day off. I felt that I had a psychological break.
A mental health day.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Just as valid as having a.
I tried to swallow a whole jar of pills.
Oh,
And, no, I'm joking. No, I just felt a bit tired. I was going to come on, but I was just feeling rinsed. I was feeling tired. And I had like one of those, afternoon sleeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get up.
Did
Say
you
whatever
get
you want, Benny, because I
you?
saw you online.
sorry.
Pardon me there?
No one heard a thing anyone said there. What were you saying? Yes, Luke, off you go.
Did you get the box of tissues I sent you?
Oh, I did. Did you get the tampons that I sent you?
Cool.
This
Anyway.
is great, guys. This is great. Well, anyway, welcome back. You know what? Dan Matthews commented today, Benny, and said, "Where's Benny?" That's DJ Ox, Dan Ox. So he was saying, "You got your fan club out there, so it's nice to have you back on board tonight, guys." If you just arrived, we have got a couple of people coming on the show. Very excited about tonight's show. Rickard joins us from my old George FM days, and Hamish Pinkham from Rhythm and Vines. So these cats going to be on. Kara's coming up any second. Then Hamish joins us at about 20 to 10 o'clock. So that'll be a good show,
On
guys.
that photo, Thane,
Yeah.
of Hamish, what have you done to the back of his head?
Yeah, let's have another look at that. No one really, what's the word for it when you kind of like cutting people out?
Yes, I know it.
Yeah, it's just that didn't go so well. Yeah, I didn't Photoshop that so well. But Kara looks okay, except for the left side of her hair is very like squared. So,
But the thing is, it's kind of one of those things. Yeah, I think it looks good.
I think it's Hamish on the other side. It's like some sort of wispy cloud with a chunk out of the back. But that's all right. I'm sure it's not like that in real life. And I don't know.
Like me, right?
Yeah, like that. I think it's Hamish on the other side. It's like,
Oh, Michelle.
Cloud with a
Power chair user.
That's all right.
Hello, Michelle. Hello.
How you doing, darling?
Hamish on the other side. It's like,
We don't see you.
hey guys, I've just got to go and find Honey a charger for her phone because she wants some sleeping. I'll be back in a tick.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle, can you close your Facebook tab, but leave your restream tab open? Yeah. Hey, Michelle, can you close your Facebook tab, but leave your restream tab open?
Yay!
Oh,
Hooray,
Michelle,
she's
you
done
are
it.
a freaking legend.
Oh, fantastic. Oh my God, Michelle's actually mastered the technology. This is going to be incredible. And you've got a lovely office posters as well. Great.
And excellent lighting as well.
What have you done to your hair tonight, Michelle?
What?
What have you done to your hair tonight?
I haven't done it.
Looks great. Have you got that fan blowing through your hair like a supermodel?
No, just 1 second, caller.
You should put that fan on. Wait, Michelle, can you roll over there and put that fan on so you look like a movie star through a beach scene with the sea
Oh, it's
breeze?
not plugged in. Sorry.
Oh, fair enough, Michelle.
Hang on. I'll be back in a minute, caller.
Were you pretty excited about?
You'll hear me.
Michelle? Are you there?
Yeah.
Were you pretty excited about hearing Mrs. Universe that they're going to take wheelchair people?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Kevin McAllister says pan down, Michelle, but Michelle can't move the computer down, so we just.
I'm getting help, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
just bear with.
It'd be great if you had one of those retractable
Bear with
claws,
me.
Michelle.
Retractable claw, Michelle.
Hang
Hey,
five.
Luke. What are you doing?
I was just
What are
just
you
trying
doing?
to do some synergy with Michelle to make sure she wasn't alone.
Oh, okay, fair
I'm
enough.
here.
Looks really.
Oh, right.
suspicious.
So you're sort of under the table with her, are you?
Now, Luke, we're getting lots of racing comments, so maybe it's not quite as bad as we thought it was. Maybe people are enjoying it.
Oh no, we've got a race. We've got a race set up for at 9:52. Now it's
great.
Big Beat at Kalgoorlie. Races in Western Australia, and we've got this guy called the Wizard of the West. He's the jockey. Now he's a very good jockey, and we've chucked $10 on him. So if he comes in, this is horse number 2. If he comes in, we get $50 towards our Christmas function for the radio.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
So
So good.
Dan said he's got money on what one? Thane, can you?
Someone calling something or other.
Oh,
Kalgoorlie.
No, Kalgoorlie race 6, horse number
Number 5. Yeah.
Actually,
Dan,
Dan
have you
will
been
know the
on
Wizard of the West because Dan's an Aussie. The Wizard of the West, the old pikey. He's a fantastic. My mate Peter Bonnich put me onto him, and
Is Dan saying we should bet on that one, or is he saying he's betting on that one?
Yeah, that's a tip. That's a tip for us.
That's
Oh,
a tip.
that's a tip. Okay,
Well,
okay.
this
I'm
is
learning.
this is exciting times. Effectively, we're creating traditions. Traditions create cultures, and cultures. You know, that's the be all and end all. So we're creating a gambleism culture. I like it, and it's a good time.
Rugby, racing, and beer,
Look, is
guys.
it Soho?
Yes, Soho Wines, Rachel Carter's Westwood Rosé. Just a little plug before we see the guest tonight. That's what I'm a bit like that guy on Friday night, that 9:30 guy in England. What's his name?
No idea.
You know, that Talkback show guy, TV2
Oh
or
yeah,
3.
Graham Norton.
Great.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm drinking this,
Yep.
but I'm not on that queer side of things. I'm on the right side of things. And
I love Rachel.
yeah,
It just depends how many bottles of wine you get in, bro?
Yeah, I like this nice little column here.
Right. Okay. Good luck with that. It's great. It's got a great grasping sort of zone there.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should. I'm going to give Rach Carter a wee bell and see if we might be able to do something with her.
Oh, she'd be right into it. Rachel's a great girl.
She
I was
is.
when
Great
she
girl.
started up Soho Wines, Chapel Bar and Bistro back in the day. We were the first bar. What's she doing
I
down?
heard. I
We were the
heard
first
that.
bar to. Oh, there she is.
Hello.
What?
We were the first bar, just to finish my sentence, we're the first bar to put her product into bars. That's a nice turtleneck Michelle's got it there, isn't it?
Good on you, Michelle.
Great way
It's
to
a
keep
cowl
on.
neck, I think.
She's
Your
transitioning
classic
into the
cowl
power
neck.
chair, as you can see, just aligning the chairs side by side and then using her upper body strength to transition right across there into the power chair.
Now tell me how difficult it is that, Benny Mack. How difficult is this?
Look, from my insight, it looks difficult. It looks sort of like something that you really want to have your wits about you when you're doing it, and you also want to be in a clear state of mind, and you want to be free from any drugs or alcohol, especially using heavy and operating heavy machinery and things like that.
Is it more core or arms?
It is a big upper body arm sort of exercise, but also having that core strength and also that lower body back strength of being able to sort of flick it.
She's definitely got some lungs there, hasn't she? She's breathing deeply.
Oh, she's
She's
got
getting the job done. Yeah, look at that. Fantastic,
Absolutely.
Michelle. Well
she's
done.
got a healthy set of lungs, and yeah, that's it. You've done well. Now you'll actually be able to rise to the occasion, won't you, Michelle?
Hang five.
Guys, we've got our guest waiting. I've got to lose everybody, so Michelle will come back to everybody. I think we're only very restricted to a couple of numbers on screen. So
Very
thank you
well,
very
very
much,
well.
everybody. Back in a moment. See you soon. And hopefully, Selena, we've got to come back to you. Selena, can you come back very shortly? Sorry about that. Michelle, we need to come back to you very shortly. Thank you very much, Michelle. Definitely get back. I know there was a lot of effort there, Michelle, but we're moving on. And
No, we'll come back. We will come back. That was a lot of effort.
Not working. Carl Rickard is saying the link is not working. I've got to send her another link, or else, I mean, what's happening here? Sheesh.
Sophia, how's your day been, Sophia? Tell us about it. Is you over your little throat thing?
It was really sore, actually. I don't know what was going on. I was saying to Thane, I had lots of ear stuff going on. I thought it was my ear, and the doctor was like, no, it's your throat. Here's some antibiotics. And then I don't think it quite kicked it. You know, when you get antibiotics and you take them, but you maybe don't get a course that's just quite long enough. So you end up, it just sort of comes back with a vengeance another week later. And I think that's what's going on. Feel a wee bit better today, though. I had a really good day. I did some work, got a few more stockists on board, which is always fantastic. You know.
So I didn't realise you were on antibiotics, sorry.
I was previously on antibiotics.
I used to call them as a kid antibionics, as in Steve Austin. I'm not on the old antibiotics.
Yeah, you know, they wanted me to have the bionic arm, and I was like, no. How
are the kids?
They're so good. They're
School
so
holidays
good.
coming up.
Yeah, I know. You know, are they going to give us level 2.5?
I'm presume my bet would be there. Yeah. I've got a little pick actually, because I actually saw a little talk about politics, and I don't really want to talk about politics.
Please don't, because we've got Carl Rickard waiting, everybody.
Clark Gayford. He's doing a little TV show I saw, Moving Houses. What? I bet he's been doing a TV show like Moving Big Houses. I bet he's been up in the attic type thing, checking out if there's any drugs in there type thing, you know.
I thought he was doing a fishing show.
Oh, no, he's doing this thing called Moving Houses. And big villas and stuff. Don't smile, Thane. Big villas and stuff like that.
It's tough to do Clark Gayford material on the show just because, you know, who wants...
Because you're not allowed.
Yeah, pretty much. It's against the law. Carl Rickard, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hi, babe.
Hello. I kind of worked on that show with him, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us more.
What is it?
Well, I can't really.
Oh, right. Of course.
So the thing is, I'm the company that makes the show. I've been working on a bunch of their TV shows, and I was supposed to be doing some work with him, but then we went into lockdown, so he's been doing all his post-production in Wellington, I think.
Yeah.
So I technically didn't actually get to do what I was supposed to do with him, but should be an interesting show.
Yeah, I'll say. See all the messages come up now when you're live on Facebook. So there's going to be stuff appearing on the screen. There was someone at Middlemore got told that she had COVID. That person decided to self-discharge themselves. Why would you? Oh my
that's
God.
A pretty dick move. How are you, babe? What's been happening? How's your lockdown going?
I'm good. Lockdown, 3 kids, same as you guys. Massive pain in my ass. Big punish. They're over it. They miss their friends.
Yeah, they just want to hang with their friends. And also schoolwork only takes up so much of the day because they're really lenient. They're like, just do what you can. I'm like, no, make them do it all because it's a lot for me if they're not doing something.
Yeah.
But Valentina being so young also, there's no schoolwork. It's all activities. It's like, let's make Play-Doh. Let's make a fort. Let's just attempting to do some work inside a very small fort. Not ideal.
No. You just give them an iPad. I'm just like, here, have an iPad. Don't care.
Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog came out on Netflix today, so that's a good one. That'll give you an hour and a half.
Yeah, my kids are still awake right now. They're watching Free Guy. You know, the movie that
we just finished watching it.
Yeah. So we were watching it, and then I had to come and do this, and I was like, you guys will be fine. Stay out there. Don't come in here.
Love it.
Yeah,
Hayden Brown, I asked you years ago to add me on Bebo, and you never did.
Bebo.
Sorry, I wasn't on Bebo for very long, Hayden.
Yeah, that's fair enough because it's Bebo.
Yeah, you could have just followed me, and I wouldn't have had to accept it if you followed me on Instagram. But hey, whatever.
You wanted that validation, though. You see.
Yeah.
Well,
how have you guys been though? You been good?
Good.
Good, man.
Good.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
good.
Bit
We
over
fired
it.
this up for about a month now, so this has been kind of fun. This kind of gets my kind of radio thing out of the way now that I'm no longer on radio.
The bug.
Yeah, well, neither.
Yeah.
Are you going to do Flavour next week?
Yes, I am actually. Yeah, well, because obviously Thane and I used to work together. We work together. We've got matching tattoos. And after 10 years, I finished at George in December, and I just wanted a break. And yeah, but I'm going to work at NZME from Monday, which will be
Very cool.
fun.
Are you
Just for a
allowed to
little while
disclose
though,
details?
just this year. Yeah, not full time, not permanent. Just just checking it out.
Just dip your toe back in. You don't want to
Yeah.
do too much and then get
Nah,
annoyed with
and
it.
I think when you've done a job for so long, and then you take a break, it's sometimes I think it's difficult to separate who you are as a person to
Yeah.
what your job is, because lots of your personality and who you are gets tied up in your career, and then when you stop doing that, it's a bit like, oh fuck, if I'm not that person, like if you're not Thane Kirby from the radio, who are you?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hi, Carla. It's Luke Dallow here. How are you?
Oh, g'day.
I love calling you Carla.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a bit of a standing
Very
joke
nice.
in the morning show, wasn't it? I didn't really know your name. I called you Carla. I didn't realise it was called Cara.
But that's such a typical Luke thing to do. Like, Carla, hey, Carla, what's happening?
Yeah.
And every time I saw you, Carla, it was you're always pregnant.
Not always. You ran a bar. I wasn't in your pub like that often.
Oh, I know. We did have some fun, didn't we, up in that studio? How
It's
are
quite
you,
funny.
darling? You good?
Yeah, I'm very good.
You're
Very
looking
good.
fantastic.
Thanks. Have enjoyed my year of not getting up at 4 a.m. to go to work.
Yeah, that must be indulgent.
Oh, it's so great.
But
It's
then you
great.
get used to it and you're like, 7 is 4.
Yeah, I don't know if I could go back to breakfast radio, to be honest. It would be interesting trying it out next week when I go back.
When do you start putting your show together? I know you're in a fill-in position at that
Yeah.
station, but are you starting to talk to those guys and going, hey, how about we do horoscopes?
Yeah, I'm going to have a hooey. Going to have a meeting tomorrow,
Yep.
and then we'll just see how it goes. Smash out a show on Monday, and I guess it's a good time to kind of try out a new radio gig because lots of people are in lockdown. So there's fuck all people listening. Because no one's getting up at 6 a.m. in lockdown to listen to their favorite radio show.
Although
Like, I
there's a
guarantee-
lot of cars on the street. Have you noticed?
No, because I'm not out in the mornings. I'm in bed till like 7:30. I barely
You're
left
lush.
my freaking house.
Do you
Which has
like it
been
that
fun,
way though? Do you like being at home all the time, or are you
No, I
prefer
hate
to
it.
be busy?
I would prefer to be busy. So the last level 4 lockdown, I worked. So I was still at George, and I did breakfast every morning from home, which actually gave me a reason to like get up and have something to do every day. But when you don't kind of have that languishing, kind of deflated, like what the fucking hell day is it? Is tough. It's tough when you don't have much to do. But I mean, I have been doing work on some TV shows and a little bit of work, but not that much.
Okay. If you had
Routines are
to,
the best.
if you had to rank your favorite co-host in order, like from 1 to 5, who would it be? Do you reckon?
So Clint would be number 1.
No.
Then
I knew
Tammy.
you'd say
Stop there,
then
stop there.
Pat's probably, then maybe you, and then Lee, and then that's it.
Who was the laziest, Carla?
The laziest,
Yeah.
probably Thane.
Oh, come on.
No,
Must be
that
Stu.
can't
Must
be
be
right.
Stu.
I know from
Let me put it into perspective, though. It's because of all the people I work with, he probably had the most natural talent. So by lazy, I mean like he could just turn up and do a show, and it would be awesome. Like he wasn't sitting around at work for 5 hours beforehand prepping things because he just could do stuff. Was very good at doing the radio.
Remember, wasn't the best part of our radio career doing the drive show and just kicking everyone's asses back then? The commercial radio, like The Rock and all those guys. Man, we had so much fun.
We had like way less resources.
Yeah.
no money, no promos, no billboards, and we still rated
Yeah.
so well. It
Yeah.
was amazing.
And we had a boss, William McAllister, who would constantly, his job was tell us how we didn't rate and how average we were, so that we kind of weirdly work harder to get better and also to keep the costs down.
Yeah, but you still got paid like 3
Yeah.
times what I got paid.
Mm.
But, you know.
Well, it's the olden days
Whatever.
back then. You know, I mean, come on.
I used to call
Which was
McAllister
still
John.
nowhere near what everyone else was being paid on
Oh, yeah.
any other station anywhere throughout Auckland.
Yeah, we
Because it
don't,
was short.
we don't talk about that, Mel.
Oh yeah, there's certain things we can't talk about. Luke, you've got a question.
Now, Carla, because I like calling you Carla,
Mhm.
is that I'm learning Te Reo at the moment.
Yes.
I mean, broadcasting is amazing. Like my cousin Simon, he's fluent in Te Reo. I think it's great for New Zealand. You speak it fluently, I presume.
hmm
And how important is it now in broadcasting? I think it's number one to educate our people.
Well, it's pretty important. I mean, TVNZ now in their charter have they stipulate that any shows that they broadcast have to have a cultural competency plan.
Mm.
So that means that people that
Is
are
that
on
for
there.
English people or for Māori?
No, it's for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So, like for example, the show. What show was it? Did you guys watch Give Us a Clue? The show that Paula Bennett hosted.
No, but
Yes.
I heard about it.
I watched
Yes.
the first episode.
Yeah, so she, like I wrote all her intros and outros in Te Reo for her. So
Oh, yeah.
I think you'll see it a lot more. Like all shows that are on TVNZ will have to have some sort of real competency, regardless of what your ethnicity is, which is great.
I've got to be honest though, she got better as the show went on. Like her first one was like, oh boy, this is a bit rocky. And then as it got on, she got a little bit more comfortable, I suppose. Did you record it like on 2 weekends, or was it just how did that work?
Yeah. So it was recorded on a couple of weekends, few episodes at a time. I was surprised at how good she was, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going back to Flavour, does this mean like you're going to go back to radio, or are you just kind of like, that's what you do, that's your profession? I mean,
I'm not sure, to be honest. It's a hard one for me because I love radio, but having the year away from it has made me realize that maybe I don't like radio anymore. So I think I will go, because I'm only going to do 2 weeks at Flavour, just filling in. So I think I'll use it as a time I'll either get in there and think, shit, I really missed this and this is what I want to do, or I'll get in there and be like, radio sucks. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do that, what would you do instead, do you think?
I don't know. Like this whole year, I've been working on lots of different TV shows. I've probably worked across like 10 different TV shows, which has been quite fun. But I don't know. I want to do something, I don't know, less self-absorbed.
Yeah.
So
Something
you are
what you
talent.
deserve. What?
You are a natural talent, Cara.
Yeah.
I think I really enjoyed you. I love your dryness and how you, every time I popped up to the studio, we had a bit of fun. You just put me straight back in my place.
I think that's the thing with radio. Like if I could find someone that I wanted to work with, because in radio, I mean, people said this about me and Thane. Some people in radio have a chemistry and you don't know what it is and you don't know why you work so well together. But when you've got it, it's awesome. And then the opposite of that is when you work with people that you just actually can't stand. And
Who was that for you, Carla?
It makes it really difficult.
No, just
Do it. Don't do it. You don't have to say.
Actually, to be honest, I've had a really pretty good run. Like I've worked with some really great, incredible people who I still
Yep. Okay.
And yeah, so that's what it is. Like if I could find someone that I really wanted to do a show with and I knew it would be easy and I knew it would be great and it'd be fun, then I might continue to do radio. But when you start shows with people that you've never worked with before, you run the risk of it not being very good.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's one of those things when you get thrown together with someone that you haven't had any input in, or you just get put by yourself and you don't have any input in to, how it all rolls and stuff. It sucks.
Yeah, well, I
especially
remember,
when you're used to.
yeah, when I started at George, I was doing a drive show with Dean Campbell, and then he went off to the UK, and then Thane, I got told that I was going to work with this guy Thane, and I was so upset. I was like, I don't know this guy. He seems like a dick. Like, no. And then after like 2 days, I was like, yes, this is going to be great. And then we did that show for what?
Who's your co-host for Flavour Mornings?
I don't know. I'm just working for the fill-in. I'm just working with the producer.
Oh, okay, cool.
The current breakfast show. So
Yeah,
yeah, and by all accounts, I've never met him, but he seems. Lots of people say that he's awesome.
He's a cool guy. I've met Storm. He's fantastic. Cool. Yeah. What are you saying?
Well, Carla, you got a face for TV. Why are you on radio so much? I mean, you're a beautiful girl, and you're a great announcer. And why aren't you on a bit more primetime TV? Is it?
I don't know.
What is it?
Well, I mean, I still do stuff for Sky, which I really like. Doing sports stuff for them, but I don't know, man. TV in this country, they have the people that they like, and the people that they use, and the people that they go through all the time, and it's tough to get in there when those spaces are full with people that they use all the time. So
yeah, I know Tony Streeter, because I say Tony Streeter is your go-to TVNZ broadcaster, much like who would they use over at TV3? There are just certain people that eat up all the roles. And look, hey, they're pros, they're good at it, they're safe hands, and that type of stuff. So it's very hard to get a gig, right, as a main presenter.
Yeah, and I mean, I've filled in at the project occasionally, so I've done the project. I've had my own TV show on TVNZ. I did it was 70 episodes, like a couple more every morning for 2 years on there, which was good. So I've done lots of TV. I don't know, maybe a great show will come up and then I'll go and do that instead. But at the moment, working behind the scenes is pretty fun.
Yeah, that's
what are you doing behind the scenes?
So with a whole bunch of shows, I have been helping out with their deal content. Yeah. So hosts that don't speak deal, making sure that they can pronounce things properly and making sure that the tikanga and everything on the shows are really good, and script supervising voiceovers. Yeah, it's pretty fun job.
Is there anyone in the TV land that you tried to kind of get to do all those intros and they kind of get their head around them? It's we can't teach this guy to pronounce anything. Oh my gosh.
No, actually, all the people I've worked with have been very, very good. It would have been interesting doing it with Clark Gayford, but I didn't get to do it with him. So.
Or would you have liked to work with him?
Well, I have been working for the company that is making his show, Moving Houses.
Yes. I told you about that earlier, team, didn't I?
Yeah. Yes.
Got a message here. Cara is not cringe like some presenters. I'd like to see her on more TV/video.
Thank you very much.
I got cool. Hold there for a second, Cara. We got Benny Mack here. Benny, a contribution from you, please.
Yeah. I was just listening. Hey, Cara, how you doing?
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Good,
thanks for coming through. I was just hearing what you were saying about how you didn't get to teach Clark Gayford his te reo for his latest show. I actually worked on one of the fishing shows with him, and I went out on a boat, and I actually had to top and tail with Clark, and yeah, he kept to himself. Very respectful guy, great hygiene, and a brilliant fisherman.
Yeah, he kept to himself when we all used to work together at George too. He used to do the show before us. He was in and out, did his thing.
Yeah,
because we came right off the back of Gayford and Anoha, right? As soon as they finished.
Yeah, but he used to do his selector show before us when we did Drive. Remember?
That's right. Yeah.
In the early days before Khan Hall did it, and then we followed when him and Aroha left breakfast. Then we did that after them.
Yeah, he's very, very professional. I'm going to say that to the guy.
Yeah.
The guy's a pro. Yeah.
No, he's a great pro. Now, mate, Carla, can you do me a massive favour?
Yeah.
Can you close your eyes, walk towards your vinyl, do 3 turns, close your eyes and pick one bit of vinyl out of there because that looks amazing back there.
You want me to just pick a record?
Yep.
Yeah, we can
I want
judge
your
it.
eyes closed, though. I want your eyes closed, and I want you to turn around 3 times before you do it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yep. Close your eyes. Your eyes are open. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Now pick one. Don't open. Trusting you. All right. What have you got there, darling?
So the majority of those records are all old school hip hop records. You can see Outkast and Stevie Wonder on the thing there. But the one that I grabbed is Toto.
Oh.
Got Rosanna on it. It's also got Africa on it.
Yeah.
Has it got Georgie Porgy? I love that song.
You really
that's
do
not on
love
the
that
cover.
song.
No. Hold the
Oh,
line.
Africa and Rosanna, quite good.
What a collection you got there, though. I love a collection like that. That's amazing. I gave my collection away 25 years ago, and I wish I'd never did.
Those have all been in storage for quite a long time, all those records. I gotta admit, though, the majority of them are my boyfriend's because he used to be a DJ.
Oh, what's his DJ name?
Juice.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
DJ.
When I was
He hasn't
putting
DJ'd for a
together
long time.
when I was putting together this, Rickard, about this kind of thing for the social media, looking fantastic. I missed that bit of part of your hair there, but it's not too bad. Hamish Pinkham, terrible hairstyle. That hasn't done it any justice.
He looks like
You
he's
nipped
got a
the side of his
gun.
head off.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was like it was a scenario where I was Googling you and I was like, Carl Rickard. And then directly underneath it goes, Carl Rickard's husband. And then under Hamish's, Hamish Pinkham's net worth. And I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Funny, like I did a podcast with a Google You.
Yeah.
And the top 3 things that came up for me were, the first one, because I'd obviously left Georgia's, what happened to Cara Rickard?
Yeah.
Cara Rickard, new job.
Yeah.
And then, Cara Rickard, husband.
Ah.
Yeah.
It means lots of dudes are searching to see if you're still available.
Well, when I first started at George, the number one thing that was always searched on the website was whether or not I had a boyfriend.
Hey, did anyone over the George years, anyone famous hit on you?
Yeah, do you remember that comedian guy that came in?
Oh, yes, Wayne Anderson. Wayne Anderson.
No, not Wayne
I
Anderson.
think
I
it was
worked
Wayne
on the Wayne Anderson TV series. He was American. I don't know what his name was. Like there was a few over the years.
Yeah.
But
fair enough.
Not that I can remember or that I was interested in. Like,
it's interesting that when I had Alt TV, right, I was like, oh, I'm going to go and do this TV channel and stuff, and you actually auditioned and didn't get a part. Can you believe that? Before we were, kind of.
yeah, I know, but you didn't remember that. I had to tell you that and say, hey, so I auditioned for Alt, and I had already just finished 2 years of a live studio hour-and-a-half music broadcast.
Yeah, legit.
You didn't give me a job.
That's
and then
crazy.
when I told you when I came to George, you were like, I don't remember you.
I got my job on Alt by swearing at Bomber and telling him he'd be a fool not to hire me. I think it was like 15 years old.
Did you,
Right.
Cara? Did you audition for the Topless newsreader?
No.
Oh.
Lisa, that was Lisa Lewis. Hey, but isn't it? How bad would you have felt when it was like, not only did we give Raymond a show, Mr. Jokes a show, it's like, holy shit!
Why would you not have
shows
given
here.
Cara a show? That
I don't know.
doesn't
I
make
can't
any
remember.
sense to me. Who did you interview with? Thane.
Was it
I
me?
think so. I can't remember.
Because
I just
Bomber
came
was
in
doing
and they were
he was
just
doing
like-
content at the
They
time,
were just
I think.
like, pretend you're interviewing someone, do some things. And so I did
That's
some things.
Dane.
Yeah.
And that was
Crazy.
that. Oh, hey, how did Brown remember that Bedingfield came on to me?
Oh yeah.
day out. Well, not really.
Oh, yeah.
I made Daniel Bedingfield cry at the big day out.
Awesome.
That's cool. How
That
did you
is
do that?
very cool.
It's a weird story. So me and my mate Kylie, poor, young, didn't have any money, wanted a drink. Daniel was there, looking lonely, needed some friends. We started talking to him. He got us a drink. And then somehow in the conversation, he worked out that we knew who he was, and then got really upset at us. He's like, I thought you just wanted to be my friend because you thought I was cool, not because you knew I was famous. And we were like, well, we don't actually care about you. We just wanted a beer, to be honest.
Yeah, we did know, but we didn't care.
Yeah, it was because we asked if we could have a photo with him, and then he goes, oh. I was like, yeah, sorry.
Oh,
What did
must be hard.
Have we got a commercial break coming up?
Oh, yeah, we'll do it very shortly, mate.
Cara, Luke wants to show you his commercial.
Okay, great. Oh, no, I've seen it. Is that one where he's walking around and Thane's doing the voiceover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it the other day, and I actually texted Thane, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was waiting for the gag at the end, but there was no... There was
like
no
Luke is the gag.
proper. Yeah.
So
You are a joke, mate.
yeah, Luke is going to do a sleepover tomorrow night, and all funds go to Gumboot Friday or whatever it is. So you can wake him up though
Do
by
that
playing
in level
music.
3.
Well, no. He's just going to put his camera up.
Not sleeping somewhere else. No.
Oh, so people are going to give you some money to sleep at your house?
No.
What?
We this is even weirder. You can watch Luke sleep, right? Like this. So he'll be there. And you know what? You know who sees it better than I do? Is that Benny Mack. Benny, would you describe the celebrity sleepover to Cara, please, mate?
Yeah, so it's basically like the after show of this show. We're going to get drunk. We're going to get Luke drunk, and effectively he's just going to pass out, and we're going to keep the cameras going, and we're going to be fundraising. So we're going to actually be getting some funds together for Gumboot Friday. I've got the Give a Little page here, and yeah, it's all sort of just a way to sort of exploit Luke for our own sort of entertainment.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great. Yeah.
And I've had some onion soup tonight there, Carla. And I've onion soup, but I've got a few oats going in there. So it's going to be quite noisy.
All
mate.
right. Quite
Oh,
flatulent.
it's going to be fucking awesome.
Excellent. Well, hey, nice talking to you. Thank you very much. I pressurized you to come on. You've done it. You've
Yeah, I
helped me
didn't.
out.
I wasn't planning on it, and Thane was like, "Please."
Come on.
Oh, why wouldn't you want to come and hang out with us?
Well, it was just a bit last minute, you know. My kids are still out. I can hear them out in the lounge, and what's the time? It's like 20 to 10.
They're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
have eaten all the chocolate in the house and like using soap for things
Yeah.
they're not supposed to.
I
gonna be
think my
great.
son's eating a bag of raspberries, probably on the carpet.
Awesome. I made a new rule this week because I cleaned the couch and even went around with scissors and just like took off, you know, those little bits of material that kind of flare out and they just have
Yeah.
no business in doing that.
Mhm.
Snipped all of those off and I was like, that's it. Don't eat on my couch anymore. If I see you eating on the couch, I'm going to take some money out of your pocket money. Been using
Right.
that threat for the last 4
The
days.
kids,
It's been working
the
quite
kids
well.
just don't stop eating. They're just eating machines constantly. Eating,
They don't.
eating.
And
It's
when
nuts.
we did our reno, we recarpeted the whole house. And I'm just like, you guys do not eat on the fucking carpet. But, you know,
Mm.
we've survived all right so far without too much stains.
Well, very nice to talk to you. Thank you very much. Tune into Luke's live sleepover so you can.
No,
Okay, thank you for not
No.
tuning into Luke's live sleepover.
he's one of the most annoying people I know. That guy.
Look at that face. He is.
I know.
He knows it.
Yeah, I know.
You can't be mad at those chops.
I know.
He's the third Chow brother, isn't he?
He's a
Oh,
wolf.
get out of here. Remember the Chow brothers who used to own the strip clubs?
Yeah.
Those Chinese
Just
guys?
look, it's looked like a permanent feature on here. He just pops in and pops out when
Yeah.
he feels like it.
Pops in, pops out,
Pretty much.
and adds. Yeah. You know, I tell you what
Yeah.
Luke does very well is small talk. Whenever we're
Right.
kind of like, oh, God, what next? Luke pops in, changes the subject. One night, the show was like, meh, and Luke just said, hey, I'm going to put a bet on the races. And it was gold. So, you know, everyone's got their purpose here. This is good.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll come back some other
Okay.
time.
Thank you very much.
Next
Hey,
time you're
Kids,
desperate.
Stephen, come on in.
Put a
Okay.
good word in for Flavor. You know, hey, if you ever need someone to read the news, maybe.
I'm available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine you at a Flavour thing. Give us a throw
Really?
for like some
Oh.
Beyonce song.
No, I can't. I mean, it's just
Is he
Beyonce. Isn't it?
styled?
No, I don't do any of that kind of stuff. But here's the deal. I mean, if you think about it, Robert Rakiri, who's now on the Breeze, and Siobhan Ruakiri, who's like an actor, they used to do it. They used to do My FM breakfast,
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
they?
And now
So, I
look at
mean,
him. He's on the Breeze.
Yeah. Thanks, Gary. I miss
Yeah.
hearing your drive to work each morning. Oh, that's nice.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Darcy.
Darcy.
Well, you know what? You can listen to me on Flavour from Monday.
There you
That's
go.
right. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
guys.
See you
All right,
soon.
babe.
eh?
Children to bed.
Nice to catch up.
Okay.
See you later.
See
See you
ya.
later.
Bye. Big gig on Flavor. Big gig on Flavor, guys. She's doing
Hey,
very
I've
well.
got some exciting news.
Oh,
Tell me.
I've just received a Facebook DM,
Yes.
and my parcel that went missing has been reported on a Facebook page, and they're going to put it in their letterbox, and I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Bloody good.
that's massive news.
I know.
Yeah,
Exciting times.
You know what? When you can't leave your house and you buy something to just make yourself feel a little bit better, it is massive news.
exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty massive.
We're pausing here, everybody. Take 2 seconds. Talkback with Thane and Sophia wants to put you in the draw for a box of Lover Pie pies. Here's the incentive. We want to grow this beautiful community. All you got to do is share the show. Share the show on Facebook. One share is one entry into a delicious box of Lover Pie pies that will draw this Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, Hamish Pinkham coming up. Nice having Cara Rickard. If you just joined us now, Cara has just gone to sort her kids out. Hamish Pinkham from Rhythm and Vines is coming in to our live stream very shortly. Any questions you may have about Rhythm and Vines? Let's see how we go. I mean, this is a huge party, and Luke Dallow, you know, strategically, it's got bars, it's got everything that could fail.
Massive.
And so, hey, you know, it's so I need you to take the Hospo Guru part of this interview if you can.
I'll take that over because I've got a couple of questions for him. I've got a few questions for him because
Okay, great.
my kids.
Benny, have you been to Gisborne or Rhythm and Vines in the past?
Yeah, I did actually. I went down there to do some filming work a few years ago when Kim.com was performing down there. He basically paid to perform. And
Wow. You
Yeah,
were
he
like
was
his
bouncing
right-hand
around
man, eh? You were his right-hand man when it came to video. Didn't you cover all his video and stuff?
we did quite a bit of video for him while he was here. Yep.
Widescreen, widescreen.
Super widescreen, mate. Panorama, even, you know, mega fucking mega screen. Yes, brother.
Did you see him in anything other than black?
That's a great question. I'd probably say no.
Did you ever see him in like just togs?
He would wear black shorts, but he'd always wear a shirt. He'd never bathe topless because the color black is slimming,
Yeah, that's true. It helps. It helps very much.
especially when you're like 400 pounds.
What did he eat to be so big?
Everything, man. We would
Really?
have lots of strudels and sausages.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sausages.
basically anything, bro. He'd eat like Kit Kats and stuff like that, you know.
yeah. I like to see Dan Matthews. They're excited to see the Wizard in action soon. See, they're loving this racing, aren't they?
Mate,
Oh, good,
you've
yeah.
really turned it around with the racing. That's for bloody sure. Yeah. Hey, yeah, I'm going to play that little ad for our big promotion tomorrow, of course, raising money for Gumboot Friday, everybody. And we're very excited about this. So if you haven't already, here's what's going down. Luke Dallow, inspirational businessman, South Auckland crate champ, architect, playwright, poet, and two-time heart attack survivor.
If I get to Christmas, I'm lucky.
Now, rising like a phoenix, Luke prepares for his next big fight. The Luke Dallow Celebrity Sleepover, raising money for Mental Health Awareness Week. Tune in to YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook to watch this living legend sleep like a baby.
Oh yeah.
Now,
The
Thane,
Luke Dallow Celebrity Sleepover, live stream this Friday from 10 p.m.
hey, Michelle.
Michelle. Oh, she's got her pie.
Other way.
Michelle, what are you holding? What are you
Sure,
attempting to
right.
hold up there?
I love a pie. No,
There you
it's
go.
a.
It's a
This.
possum
I
pie.
love pies. Free range chicken, mushroom, and bacon.
Yeah, no, it's not the right one. I think we're
pull
live
it off.
on that.
Pull it away from the camera immediately.
Get rid of that pie, Michelle.
That's a counterfeit pie, lady.
It's a competitor's pie.
Can you hear me on here?
Yeah, we can hear.
What brand am I looking for?
Oh, gosh. It's called Lover Pie. LUV pie. Stop.
Another pie?
Yeah, we all love a pie, Michelle. Thank you very much. Okay, our guest has arrived, everyone. 10 minutes away from 10, and our guest is here. Let's do that now. Here he is, Hamish Pinkham. How are you, mate? All right?
Good. Hi, team. Thanks for having me.
How are
Fantastic.
you?
No worries.
What a treat. This will get me
Yeah.
through the week.
Absolutely. You know,
Bit of
you gotta,
socialising.
yeah, but you know, it just takes away the boredom, doesn't it? You know, here you are doing this now. This is great.
Yeah.
So, mate, sorry, a sec.
Oh, yeah, I was saying patience is starting to wear thin, isn't it? This last
Oh,
week
yeah.
or two.
Are you in
Yeah.
Auckland?
Yeah, I'm Mount Eden based. So, yeah, we've
So
done the
you're in
Mount Eden walk
semi-health.
too many times, ready for a change of scene. But no, I
Yeah.
guess there's been a bit of heat this week, hasn't there, about what summer's going to look like? And I think the government are getting a bit of a rev up about making some plans. So
When did they get the Hamish Pinkham reality check? When do you lay down the law and go, look, lady, we need out of here. We've got to get to work.
yeah, I've been reasonably passive. I think it's, I'm trying to stay supportive. Obviously we're in the middle of a pandemic, so. But some clarity would be nice. I know for a lot of industries, certainly the promoters are kind of, got their pitchforks out. We just want to know what we need to plan, especially around this vaccine passport. That seems to be top of mind. But, hospitality, everyone, I guess, is wanting to know what the landscape looks like. And it's been a little bit slow coming. It's probably dragged a week or two, hasn't it, about
Yeah.
what.
Are they going to do that vaccine passport?
Sorry.
Sorry. Are they going to do that vaccine passport, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's coming. I mean, we've been told there's possibly some news tomorrow, and they've been alluding to it all week, haven't they? In some of the press conferences, they want to save summer and all that. So,
Isn't it weird with those press conferences, though? And the whole of the country knows when she drops little hints and, they're strategically put in there the very next day, well, it happens pretty much.
Little breadcrumbs.
Yeah. And I noticed, too, when the ads for the beautiful COVID voice comes on and COVID, a reminder, and it starts ramping up, well, something's going on, guys. This is not going to end well. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good one.
Quite reactive, aren't they? Rather than taking the lead. Like, why should we have to be beating the door about summer? Like, and that's what I've been trying to restrain. Being too critical or being, it's not our job to set the vision, and that's all we want. So
yeah. Hey, mate, we are just raising money for Gumboot Friday and stuff, and we put some money on a race. So Luke is just here.
We
Did we win or what?
We just missed the same second.
Not sure photo for
Oh,
God's sake.
There goes the company credit card.
And
We'll come back to you in a second, Luke. Get rid of that race if you can. Thank you. So no, we didn't. That didn't work. Hey, so are you telling me that you're going to have, if you're vaccinated, you can come to the festival? If you're not vaccinated, you cannot enter. Is that what you're saying?
I think that's the way it's heading. I mean, it's not our policy. We just want to be able to run the event, and I think that's the way the policy's going. And we're going to have to get behind it and support it. I mean, we're already encouraging vaccination, but in terms of coming to our event, I think it's going to be mandated that you need a vaccination. So they've got a pretty big stick, and little Johnny down in Otago is going to have to, get the jab if he wants to come, unfortunately. So that's the way it'll be.
And there's nothing you can do about it. You've got to kind of just go with it, can't you? You can't have an uprising.
No, and I'm sure there will be. I mean, we'll offer refunds. It won't be for everyone, and that's fine. But even artists as well will have to be part of that mandate.
Yeah, right.
Staff, media. So it's going to be a whole new landscape, I'd imagine, for a lot of industries as well.
Do you have any anti-vaxxers that you know of on your Facebook friends? Or anything?
I've started to. Yeah, I've seen a few pop up.
Yeah,
but I thought Gareth Morgan was quite straight to the point. I don't know if you saw him, the Savo, but he's kind of just not beating around the bush, and he got quite a bit of heat. But I mean, I think he's just calling it how it's going to go, is that there will be a mandate in some form, and you don't have to have the vaccine, but you might be restricted from some opportunities, and good luck to you when the COVID rolls into the country.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So it's not the end of it, and we're not even in the middle yet, are we? Like, we're really, we were talking to Bomber Bradbury last night. Well, these guys were, I had the night off. But yeah, we're not even there yet, and everyone's already exhausted, and we're fatigued, and we're like, come on, but we just have to kind of get that second wind and really gear up for it and be prepared for what it's going to look like, because it's not just going to go away. We don't have the resources that some other countries maybe do to cope with what it looks like even at 90% vaccination. So we're going to have to put some mandates in there, whether people like it or not, I guess.
Yeah. One thing our industry, and you might be hearing it as well, Luke, is just the logistics involved. And that's all we want a bit of clarity on, like how many staff are we going to need at the gates, what technology, how much, time is it going to take for people to have to get scanned in.
Yeah.
These are all things we need to know.
It's really interesting tonight. I got Midnight Gardener up there. I've sold Chapel, obviously, but I've got Midnight Gardener on Ponsonby Road now. And Hamish, hi, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, good luck. Good to see you.
And tonight I did a little promo, like, $45, that little pack there, Thursday, Friday, it's really good value. And you know what? The customers, I was up there cooking it all, and the customers didn't even care about it, buddy. They just came on the premises, kept their 2 minutes, had the mask on. And it's like, I'm really sorry, but we're adults, right? Let's just get on with it. Let's live with the flu. And just get on with it, because we are crushing great events like yours. We are crushing a lot of things, and hospitality is just getting crushed. And I've talked to politician after politician after politician. They don't care, because we're part of tourism. Rhythm of Vines is part of tourism. Oh my God, what does it do for Gisborne?
Oh, it's massive. I mean, there's a $48 million economic impact to that region from the money these Auckland kids bring in, and we're trying to argue with the government at the moment about our industry versus the kind of the sporting industry. I mean, they're bringing in the Bangladeshi cricket team in the Netherlands, paraplegic cricket team and things, and we're saying that's fine. But what about some of these, signature events like Rhythm and Vines that are, like the Sail GP? Why can't we protect those and nurture those, because they're huge economic drivers for these regions?
Absolutely.
How's your band going? Blackbird, Little Blackbird?
Yeah, we did a couple of gigs with you. Yeah, it's kind of relegated to bedroom glory days. But no, it's always good to have a strum. I've been doing a bit over lockdown, actually.
I love that little band.
Luke's going to tell you about his drums now.
No. On the right-hand side, that's my bit of art I created from Little Blackbird when I heard you.
Oh, yeah.
Blackbirds over here, the Blackbirds. That's the flock there. And actually, I'll go grab one for you.
Yeah. You're such a fangirl. I love it.
They're stick-on wall decals from Kmart, Hamish.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Yeah, we had a few.
Did anyone see it?
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, right, there you go. You got one there?
Where's your drum set? Oh, there
That's
you go.
the Little Blackbird made out of little plastic there. And I designed these. These are not decals, actually. That's a bit of blue tack back there. That's my design. Little Blackbirds.
I like that you're thinking about the wall when you've put those up. You've thought, I'm not going to put this up permanently. I'm going to use something sensible, and it's blue tack. That's what I'm going to use.
Well, my thing is, if you're in hospitality, nothing's permanent these days. Why is it that the government aren't taking hospitality seriously? I mean, like for Hamish, if you were Amazon wanting to shoot a movie in Gisborne, you'd probably get things done faster than you are having like your big event.
Yes, I mean, sports, film, they've all had the kind of the golden pass, so it'll be good to see us. We've had so many phone calls from journalists this week. It'll be nice to get some phone calls from the government, but there is some conversations going as a wider industry chat, and hopefully we see some clarity soon.
How many times has Jacinda been at Rhythm of Vines? I would say at least 6.
Yeah, I don't think that many, because Clark obviously put in a good 10 years before he settled down, and he was MC for 5 of those and didn't sleep for the other 5. But I think then he brought his new girlfriend along one year, and I remember seeing them leaving at like quarter past
on a lead.
Yeah, quarter past midnight, and I was thinking, times have changed, mate. You're getting drag time. And then she came back as Prime Minister, which was fantastic, and we showed around, and that was pre-COVID, obviously, and she hasn't been back since. I think they alternate between somewhere else, her family, or she's not always in Gisborne at that time. But
now, Benny, back, you got a question? What are you thinking?
We'd love to see the events go as sort of as you'd like to see them go. So we're in 100% support with you with what you're doing, and I just wish you all the best for the coming festive season. I think the amount of revenue and tourism that you bring to the Gisborne region. A lot of respect there. Thanks for doing what you do, and for actually innovating, I suppose, the New Year's festival scene. It's become a real milestone of people's lives. I was there. Boom.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, well, you used to do those gigs, didn't you, Thane, in Auckland over New Year's? That's kind of what we used to compete with. Those
absolutely. That's right. Yeah, but I mean, everyone literally. I mean, you know how you kind of seen people get into their, 18-year-old turns 19, 19 turns 20, and then they've spent a good 10 years doing this, and then they have children and kind of move on. But there's always a cycle of the newbies, and this is their rite of passage, isn't it? Getting into either going out, camping, and having this festival.
Well, that's why I think the government's got a bit of heat on them, because if they have 100,000 teenagers at their family batches this summer, there's going to be riots. There's going to be all sorts of bonfires. And
how many years has it been? Right. Just remind me again.
19 years this year.
19 years. That's incredible.
Wow.
I've just been hearing I was listening to the national radio this morning with Hipkins on it, and they gave a bit of pressure about the Cambridge exams. Like principals going, well, what's the story of the Cambridge exams? They just came out last minute and said, yes, they can have it in 10s and 10s and 10s with the Cambridge exams. What's going to happen seriously, mate, I really do scratch my head whether you're going to have an event or not. And I wish you do have an event, because my daughter, who's 17, has got a ticket, which I need to talk to you later about, just to slip her under the old fence there. And she's really excited to see it. And I'm going, darling, and she's going, shall I sell my ticket? I said, no. I know Hamish, he'll get the job done.
Yeah, we'll get there is intention from the ministry, but it'd be just good to see their roadmap. But what do you think if we had to move it later in summer? Do you think there would still be a market?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Because I mean, there's millions of dollars on the line. There's massive amounts of hospo. There's massive amounts of security. Just the toilet system alone, a small army has to deal with. So, it's crazy. What happens if there's a breakout in Gisborne? Let's be honest, this lockdown's been focused around young people because they're getting the virus now. Delta has been knocking those guys over. What happens if they just can it and say, it ain't happening, we're locked down in Christmas, New Year, forget about it. Sorry, Hamish, all the best.
Yeah, we'll need some clarity at the end of November to push play. Otherwise, we're just going to have to move it. We can't be in a state of level 2 here and, maybe the odd lockdown. We need, once we start building that thing and committing, we kind of need a clear run. Obviously, who knows what might happen the day of, the week of, but if we're getting jitters with the whole situation and the whole environment, we're just going to push it back till end of Feb, I'd imagine.
I'll tell you what,
people would want to support anyway, no matter what time of year it is. People love it so much, and they're just going to get behind it. Exactly. It's just one of those things. I think I've actually never been to a Rhythm and Vines. I'm really terrified of crowds, and if you did go and you were terrified of crowds, where would you go? Is there like a spot for someone who doesn't like to be like?
Not for the
Mostly
great
crowded?
unwashed. I mean, that's all part of it. When you're 18, you get in the thick of it. It's pretty rough and tumble kind of stuff. But the likes of yourself, there's a great VIP area now outside of stage. It's almost like that kind of backstage experience where there's, couches and sofas, and the VIPs can mix and mingle. And then industry back at the house, we do a garden party. So love to invite you along to that. We do the Air Rhythm, which is has been really, really well received the last few years. So we bring a flight in each day. We bring a number of artists down and some punters, and you can get a taste of rhythm and then fly you back that night.
That's amazing. Yeah. Can you tell me, has this shot down some big international names that you've been thinking about? Are you going to have trouble getting artists in and out?
Not yet, but it's heading that way. I think that's why we're trying to fly the flag now. I mean, the government think we can just pick it all up in December and pull it together, but there are commitments with international acts. We need to get MIQ aligned, which is the really big hurdle for all the promoters at the moment. We're in the queue with a lot of these guys, Kiwis coming home and Australians and the like. But yeah, we've got a handful of internationals that are going to join us. We're not trying to over-spec it like we have in the past, but some of the George FM favourites be great to bring them in the country, the Wilkinsons, the Fishers, and just prop up what's already a pretty cool Kiwi lineup.
But wouldn't it make sense to like book a batch down at Gisborne and go, here's all your international acts, right? They come in. Yep. Give them 14 days MIQ at a batch before Rhythm and Vines.
Yeah.
For me, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what Australia was doing.
Yeah.
And like the likes of Ed Sheeran and Nicole Kidman and that were up in Byron Bay. But the price tag that comes with that was apparently $300,000 a person or something.
Right.
And you have to be able to have like personal testing and all sorts of stuff going on. It's
security around the perimeter, and it's just it's pathetic. I know, like Elton John's been wanting to come. We had Fatboy Slim wanting to come. You know, they don't want to do the MIQ. They're happy to go to a batch for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But there's no infrastructure to host that.
How good would Fatboy Slim be?
Oh,
so great.
Yeah, mate.
That would be great. Yeah.
But if you're an international superstar, would you want to spend 2 weeks at the Quartus?
Oh,
I don't want to spend 2 weeks at the Quartus now.
That's fucking hard enough being 7 weeks in my own fucking house.
Yeah, exactly. So, Hamish, what's your absolute deadline? So, when do you need to know enough buffer to say it's on, or enough buffer to go, I need to change the dates?
Yeah, I think we have been saying 1st of December, but I reckon realistically it'll be mid-November. If we've got the jitters in any form. So we've got 6 weeks till the D-Day, and then we've got another 6 weeks till the event.
That's not a hell of a lot of time to plan. Well, I guess you're probably
not a lot of time
to roll it out, eh?
Yeah. It's not. No. 6 weeks is not a lot of time.
So, I mean, just into this week in the press conference was saying, we'll give you, we'll be letting you know the plan with enough time. Well, for a lot of promoters, that time was yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know when the plan is coming, but we'll keep a positive outlook until that arrives, and then we can make some decisions. Apparently, it's coming.
And when you say you're talking to the government, I mean, who do you actually talk to? Who do you pick up the phone and dial? You're dialing. Who do you talk to?
Tourism. Nash. Are you talking to Nash? You must.
Nash, no, haven't been. But there is a conversation going with Carmel, who's the Minister of Culture, and then David, the ex-health minister, who's now across our portfolios. There's some conversations going with him. So the other thing the promoters are doing next week's coming out with a big vaccine push. Like, we're not trying to say you can't come to our gigs without a vaccine, but if we can start the conversation to help promote the numbers, then we're all for it.
Good idea.
Funny, isn't it? Everybody's a bit sluggish now. Everyone was off like a rocket into the vaccination centres in the beginning, and now everyone's like, you know what? I can't be bothered. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But how when they come out with this, if they say you can't go to the bars in Ponsonby, you can't go to Rhythm and Vines, do you think little Johnny is going to jump the fence now? Are they going to be?
I believe if you say to little Johnny, look, little Johnny, if you haven't got the vaccine, you cannot come in. Little Johnny's going to be on the site on the footpath, and he's going to look at all his mates inside. So I think little Johnny needs to get bloody vaccine, mate. And I'm pro-vaccine, and just got to trust the bloody science behind it. All of it is a little flu that we've got here in New Zealand called COVID Delta. It's a little flu, and it's affecting. How many deaths we had? I could probably tell you.
If you look globally, quite a few, Luke.
No, I'm sorry, but we're not global. We're New Zealand. We eat a lot of meat. We eat a lot of vegetables. We're quite a wealthy. We're well bred. You know.
Regardless, though, Rhythm and Vine's tickets are like Bitcoin, man. They're not going to drop in value. So if you shift the date, everyone's going to go. If I've got a ticket, but I'm not vaccinated and I'm not getting vaccinated, you're going to sell it for a fortune anyway. So regardless, you're going to make out of this.
Yeah, I think we'll be right. I mean, it'll be interesting to see the percentage of people that refund. I think, initially it might be 20% and then it'll drop to 5%. I mean, we've had a couple of mums or, a few messages this week saying, I won't be letting my kids going if you're forcing him to do this. And I think we'll just have to put our hands up and say, well, sorry.
Hamish, you've got mums. These are 18-year-olds, technically. 18-year-olds, mums are looking after them. That is crazy, bro.
No, they're looking out for their children. And you would, and at any age.
Sophia?
Everyone's someone's baby, Luke, and that's just how it is at the end of the day. But at the same time, if you're running a business and you can't dictate these rules, you just have to operate with facts. You go, this is the facts, this is how we can do it, and this is, if we don't do it like this, we can't do it. So we're going to do it like this, and if you don't want to come, then you don't have to. I mean, and that's why you can refund, and it's all sort of, there's nothing else you can do, really, is there?
Yeah. It's a tough one, man. But like Hamish says, we need more clarity and we need faster answers.
We need a plan. We need a plan.
Yeah.
That's all we need is a plan.
For everyone. I don't think it's just for, promoters and people in entertainment or in hospitality. I think it's even just for your mental capacity on a day-to-day basis, so you can plan, like if you've got things going on with your kids, or if you, just even camping at Christmas or whatever you're doing. It's just you have less anxiety if you know what's coming. So I think it's an important part. And like you said, Hamish, it's really, I've noticed for sure that they're really on the back foot in terms of planning and kind of being forthright with their next steps, because I think they are just trying to deal with the immediate stuff that's coming up. Which makes me feel even worse because they don't know what's happening.
Hamish, Rhythm Else the same? Is it in the same kettle or?
So we started Rhythm and Alps with our partner Alex, who now runs that in the South Island. So separate businesses, but we align on a few things, and they've got a great product down there. And he's gone Kiwi only the last few years, which is great. He's got LAB, and he doesn't want to have to worry about bringing the internationals in, which we're working on. So I mean, who knows? There's brands like LAB and 660 that they'll do the business, but as I've been saying a little bit, there's only so many times you can see those Kiwi bands. People want other options in the market as well. So.
Hey, what is your biggest competition? What happens if XYZ big sponsor puts on a 2-day festival, got to go home at like Eden Park? Like that's ever going to fly? Is there anything that could kind of touch the brand now? I mean, you're pretty iconic.
Yeah, I think Auckland's up for grabs. I mean, someone really should grab it. It's a big city, people are wanting to do things, but we've got that rite of passage. We've got that escapism. Jump in the car with your mates, get away from mum and dad.
They love it. The kids love it, mate. I mean, I've always been doing 43 years of it. That's my daughter's first one next year. And she's off to the States next year for a basketball scholarship, but she just wants to go to Rhythm and Vines, bro. She is in there, and she's amping for it.
It's a great recipe. I mean, we had no big names last year, and it was the best year yet. And we had the most ticket sales. So it's not always about the music either. It's just about somewhere to go with your mates and let your hair down.
Creating stories, Hamish. Creating stories with your mates.
Yeah. So until someone gives us a run for that, But there's plenty other times in the summer for people to put on other parties and concerts. I think we've just got that niche in Gisborne over that period.
Who's pulled the biggest crowd on midnight anywhere? Oh, it's just mainly the main stage, isn't it? Charters, you reckon, have been like, holy shit, this is going off like it's never gone off.
It's probably not even midnight, to be fair. I mean, it was probably Chasing Status or Pharrell Williams that year. We had NERD. Those kind of Calvin Harris, like the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th are probably more frothy. To be fair, people are a bit more gas in the tank.
Yeah, they sort of get to the last night. No.
Yeah, you'll be surprised how many people leave after midnight on 31st. Just because they just pickle.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
And what do you do with all the abandoned tents? Do they just go in the rubbish, or you got a trade me sale going afterwards? That'd be quite good.
That's been a real hassle because little Johnny again for Christmas gets a warehouse tent for $50, and he puts it up once, and then he just gets in his car and drives home. So we get left with all these single-use nylon tents.
I wonder if there's a circular model to that could be employed, though. If you got a group to come and collect them and sort of, they turn nylons into all sorts of crazy things like shoes and stuff now. Surely there's someone that could make good on that.
Yeah, the Sally Army we give them to, but who wants a little tatty half-used tent? We're not Rwanda,
Yeah, exactly. It's like Nana knows that you're going to Rhythm and Vine. She's going to buy you the $50 tent at the warehouse, and then you're not bringing that home at all. No. Yeah, shocking. Okay, well, mate. Yeah, sorry. Who's that?
I just can't believe how they drive home after that fucking 4-day event. And then I'm going, it's in Gisborne, and I'm in Russell, right? And my boy drove up there. I'm going, and he's showing me pictures at 2 a.m. having a fight like that. I go, mate, and there's checkpoints. I said, how the fuck did you get up here, son?
I think they must do a rock off with the crew, and someone stops drinking at midnight, and then. I mean, surprisingly, because the police are there, and surprisingly, everyone gets through. So, someone's responsible.
You do a great gig, Hamish. You do a great gig, bro.
Thank you. Well, it'd be good to host you guys. If we get the green light, we do those air rhythm flights. So I'll be sure to let you know.
Oh, wonderful! Absolutely.
It'd be good to do a little show out of there as well, if possible. This type thing again. We're carrying on after lockdown, so it'd be good.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with what you've been doing, but tell me a bit about how your lockdown's been.
Yeah, lockdown's been pretty good. We started this maybe 4 weeks ago, and 9 o'clock until about 10:30 we kind of wrap it up. And we've had David Seymour on, and I'm going to be honest with you, he's been a highlight. The more and more that guy has kind of transitioned into some kind of credible prime minister over the last couple of years. Maybe after he lost Dancing with the Stars, he's saying sensible stuff. He made a big impression with the audience. But yeah, we've had some really cool guests on, and we're literally just chatting with them because radio and podcasts. When you're exhausted, your Netflix and your Neon and your Disney and your Prime, and then you want a little bit of live television, then this is kind of the next thing going at night. And 9 o'clock seems to be a perfect time because you've got dinner out of the way, you're onto a maybe drink, and you can hear an actual chat like we would at the pub or just a long form interview. So, and that's kind of what we've been doing, and it's been very popular. So, yeah.
I think it's also it's just nice to, in such a weird space and time, just kind of connect with other people because, you don't go out and have dinner and then, this is so-and-so and meet this person and meet, you're so isolated and you're kind of just doing your own thing in your bubble. And it's just a nice reprieve from feeling completely, I don't know, stuck around the same people all day, every day. So it's nice. People can jump on, have a wee chat, flex your mental capability of having a full conversation for longer than 5 minutes, It's been enjoyable, actually.
We've probably got a little promo for you there, Hamish. I mean, basically, maybe at Rhythm and Vines, we could actually put me on a high ab with a sleepy-haired queen beard, and I could try to sleep through Rhythm and Vines because I'm doing a little test on Friday. Do you want to show the little ad there, Thane?
Yeah. Okay, have a look at this. This is it. Watch this.
Dallow, inspirational businessman, South Auckland crate champ, architect, playwright, poet, and 2-time heart attack survivor.
If I get to Christmas, I'm lucky.
Now, rising like a phoenix, Luke prepares for his next big fight. The Luke Dallow Celebrity Sleepover, raising money for Mental Health Awareness Week. Tune in to YouTube, Twitch or Facebook to watch this living legend sleep like a baby. The Luke Dallow Celebrity Sleepover, live stream this Friday from 10 p.m.
Oh
There
my
you go.
god.
What do you
It's the
think, Hamish?
treat for me.
Good on
Got
you. Good on you, Luke. That's great.
So
Good
just a
course.
camera at the end of his bed. We all watch him sleep. Anyone could log on and maybe, play him a trumpet or
Yeah.
tell him how they feel about him, that type of stuff, as long as they're giving money to Gumboot Friday.
I'm going to bring a kazoo.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay up all night with a kazoo and just see if I can really irritate. Yeah, you'll need to drink to make sure you can sleep through it.
We've got a special bottle of champagne for tomorrow night, I tell you.
Just
Are
drink
you
through it,
raising,
Luke.
you're raising money, Luke? What are you looking at?
I want to get a minimum of $1,000. I mean, Dry July, I got $4,500. I gave a drink for Dry July, and mental health for men and for women is incredible, and such a. And I go through mental health, and I've been through it, and I just think we need to talk about it a lot more, and that's sort of my thing. And it'd be nice to support that charity on Friday. Watch me sleep.
I
Because
think how when you start to drink, Luke, you start to develop this really strange, it's almost like an English woman's accent. You're like, and on Friday, I'm going to. How many drinks does it take to get to English old lady? Because I'm enjoying it. Keep going.
probably just about 3/4 of a bottle of rosé.
Fantastic. Yeah. So, we've been doing stuff, and so it's been quite good. But anyways, we'll definitely take you up on that invitation to Rhythm and Minds, my friend. It'll be bloody good.
Yeah, let's get you guys down there. Hey, speaking of Phoenix, Luke, just a little plug while I'm here. I'm doing. I've got my Phoenix Summit coming up in November, so we're running a little conference down at the Wynyard Pavilion.
What is that? Tell us more.
It's I used to go to South by Southwest every year in Austin, and used to get quite inspired. And you hear all these different stories and speakers, and there was nothing really like that in New Zealand. It's kind of like what semi-permanent and TEDx is. Yep. But what we're doing is just really having an afternoon of interesting speakers. We've got the guys from Pals talking. We've got Caitlin Crisp, a fashion designer. We've got Sam from Serato, who's now running Melodics. Just different interesting entrepreneurs and creatives. Get them in a room, give them 20 minutes each.
And we can get tickets to that. We can buy tickets to this.
Yeah, so tickets on sale tomorrow, actually. We just did a soft launch this week because we're not trying to get too loud just yet. But it's we've done it the last few years. We've got a couple of rappers that are here from the US that have worked with Kanye West, but really just getting interesting people telling interesting stories. So
what's the website?
How do we learn about this, Hamish? How we...
Yeah, so Phoenix Summit it's called. So check out the website and on the Instagram. And tickets, $89 for an afternoon down at Wynyard.
That's cheap.
We just want to make it accessible, but so many positive local stories. I mean, even little pop-ups like your little venture, and I know Thane's got 1 million of them that he's been working on. But if we can all promote each other, come on down. 18th of November it is.
And is there a website, phoenixsummit.co.nz or something like that?
Yep, that's it. And there's a bit of a video there showing you what we're trying to achieve as well.
Can we bring that up, Thane?
I've just got the little key there. It says Phoenix Summit.co.nz. Hey, Benny, have you got that?
He says shared now.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's hit play on. Hang on. Hit play on that, Benny. All right, cool.
A little video there, Benny.
Go down. Oh, yeah, you know what you're doing.
Does he? Oh, there you go. This is great. I'd love hearing people, inspirational people. It just inspires me. And you know what? You just listen and you listen to these people, and it actually spikes your own. You got your own journey, right? But it spikes your journey. You don't.
Of course, because the human experience is exactly the same for all of us, and it plays out in different ways, right?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this.
The Rising tonight is a small snapshot of what we're going to...
Tune up that volume there, Mandy. It'll be great.
We are all artists. The bricklayer is an artist. The bus driver...
What's happened there?
As an artist, it's all about how you articulate yourself. And if we can understand that, we are all just proclamations of art. I think we'll have a bit more respect for our art.
At such a young age, there's not many opportunities like this to, immerse yourself amongst people that have so much knowledge and,
Bowden. Gosh, Bowden's great, isn't he? He's hung in there, hasn't he?
Have not actually had yet.
You just do you and go for what your passion and what your heart is. And then who knows what's going to open up.
We're at a massive paradigm shift right now. A massive one, and we have the opportunity to choose which side of history we're on.
Synergy is greater than the sum of the individual parts, and that's what Phoenix is all about, is just that rising up of collective talent.
Speculating to accumulate and thinking, what can we invent now in this whole new marketplace, and without being afraid to fail.
One of the most important things is around community, right? And that's what this Phoenix Summit and what the Phoenix community is all about.
Something that I've really learned over the last few years is surrounding yourself with people that energize you and support you, exactly what forums like this are about.
Yep.
Just get back out there, buy tickets, go to festivals, get back out there and show confidence, show support for the art that's being produced. It's really
Hamish,
important.
do you think
It's
this
the
would be
only way
okay
that
for
we're gonna get through
kids?
this long term.
Well, it's in the licensed
Moving
premises, so
inspired,
yeah, it's.
present to the magic
I mean, I'm sure we can
of
accommodate
being
if you've got your
alive.
kids for the day
And
type
that's the
thing, but it's
beauty
not aimed.
of now.
It's not aimed necessarily at kids, but
Okay.
Is that what you're meaning? Bringing a family?
Yeah, my kids are really into the whole positive mindset thing, and
Yeah.
I'm very much into the masterclass thing. So I sort of share some with them, but I pick and choose what's kind of like acceptable for their age level. But I saw someone in a uniform, and I was like, ooh.
No, that's a good point. I mean, it's a restaurant, so I mean, not. I'm just thinking out loud. No, I mean, bring them down. We've got, people like Jazz and Fenella from Twice the Height. We want to get Joel Little along. I mean, it's not all kumbaya, but we're just trying to just share some inspiration.
Yeah,
we had a lady who plays the steel pan last night on the show. There's not a lot of her in the country, and she, if you're looking for a steel pan or a steel band, let us know. She's watching.
She was good. She was really good. I was like, can you please make us like an intro song? And it just reminded me of the XX. And all the XX songs have got that really familiar sound. And I think it's because they use the
Sophia. I love making love to the XX.
Oh gosh. Well, on that note, Hamish.
I'm sorry, Hamish. I'm sorry for that line that came out.
Yeah.
It's a true. I mean, it just reminded me of that. It's such a great soundtrack.
I feel like it's growing
that
up.
Soho's kicked in, mate. Cheapers.
Can we go back to the
Okay.
part where you were an old lady? Like 10 minutes ago.
Excellent. Hey, how's married life as well, Hamish? Going well?
It's good, mate. We're really getting a taste of it with this lockdown. It's getting to know each other. But no, we've actually really enjoyed lockdown. I mean, without kids, it's probably a bit different to what a lot of families have to deal with. So a lot of cooking, a lot of watching some good films and walking, and no, we're really happy. We're actually moving to the shore in October next month, so that'll be a new change of scene.
Very cool. And
excellent.
it's like, are you on a subscription food thing? Have you got like a HelloFresh going, and you've got yourself a show?
No, we've been quite creative. We've been applying ourselves to cooking actually, and we set up a little Instagram channel to keep us engaged and just trying some new recipes as we go.
Now, Hamish, what room are you in at the moment?
This is my spare room. So,
what can you just pick out one thing in your room to show us? Just pick out one thing. Is that a dog back there?
My dog.
Grab the dog. Let's have a look at the dog.
Yeah, let's have a look at the dog.
There we go.
Oh,
what's his name?
This is Rocket. He's looking a bit worse for wear because I gave him a little home cut during so
going, you're embarrassing me, Dad.
the poor guy.
Oh, what a cutie.
Oh, how gorgeous. Hey,
We
what
got
is
him,
it?
at the end of the last lockdown actually because we thought he'd be good company, and he is.
What a lovely little face. He's got like a little snout, like the snout of a sheep. It's so cute.
Oh, yeah.
So he was born in Mahia next to Rocket Lab, so we called him Rocket.
Wow.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, very cute.
That'd be quite cool, actually. If you're at Rhythm and Vines, now correct me if I'm wrong, can you see Mahia? Could you see a rocket takeoff?
Well, Mahia is probably an hour's drive. I'm not sure what the schedule is. I mean, we haven't been hearing much about their launches, have we, lately? So
no, shares are going nuts at the moment.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear in the news about when they tried to launch Helena's ashes up above Rhythm and Vines?
No, how did that go?
Well, it didn't go down well with the local iwi, that's for sure. I think Holly Smith put a photo on Instagram like loading up the skyrocket, and then that bounced around, and then the iwi found out, and then New Zealand Herald got involved, and it turned into a big kerfuffle. But in the end, we couldn't allow it because it wasn't appropriate to have someone.
Great fertilizer.
Yeah, but I mean, to Helena's credit, though, she always spoke about that. I mean, that was like her actual last wish. She was totally in it. Didn't come as a surprise.
No, that was one of her, I think, her wishes, her dying wishes. But it wasn't really appropriate. I'm not sure what they did instead, but she'll be there in some spirit, I'd imagine.
Yeah, most definitely.
She's up there looking down on us.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people still send messages to your Facebook. Hey, have you seen the little thing like in you can turn when you die, you can turn your page into some kind of
Who does that when you die, though, Thane? You obviously don't because you're dead.
No, you do it now. So there's a little tab, and you click it on, and then as soon as word gets back that you're dead, it all turns into some kind of tombstone or some kind of memorial to your life.
So how does that work, though? I mean, I could pretend you're dead. Thane's dead. Thane's dead. Thane's dead.
I don't know.
What?
But anyway, have a look. It's on Facebook. Be really squeezing my plums here, Luke. I don't know.
Jeez Louise.
Luke, what are your predictions for level 2? When are you going to get back to business?
I reckon on my personal opinion is on Tuesday. I think there's so much pressure on the government. We've got to go to a 2.5, which will keep us within the Auckland boundaries, that we can travel within the Auckland boundaries at 2.5. And then from there, they've really got to really knuckle down and give us a plan, because we cannot survive till Christmas on a 2.5 in Auckland. We will absolutely we'll just fall over. And businesses, I mean, the government, they've really got to give us a plan. They've really got to pull their socks up. I don't think they've got the socks to pull up. And don't get me wrong here, I would not want to be in the government in this COVID-19. Who would want to put their hand up and say, I'll do that job? I feel sorry for Jacinda. I'm not a Jacinda liker, but I feel sorry for her but she's really got to be pushed to a 2.5 on Tuesday until hopefully not till Christmas or.
My take on it is similar, Luke. We're running out of money over here. The pressure of she doesn't want to pay anyone. The government can't pay all these bills, resurgence and all this stuff. And then you've got everybody angry over here and over it. Auckland ain't going to take anything less than a 2.5. When is it? Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday. Monday at 4:00, but Tuesday at midnight. Mate,
that's moving around the country, moving around the region. Hospitality open, but no leaving.
I just feel sorry for there's two groups of people I feel really sorry for. Really, and the one is the elderly. My mother's 90. She's, let's say, hypothetically got 10 more years of her life to live. She's been locked down for 2 years, and she wants to get around. And I just feel really sorry for her. I mean, her days ago, like, it's a sinking lid. But then again, my kids, my daughter who's 18 and my son who's 20, they want to experience what I had, is go out, have parties, do concerts, do drugs, whatever, X, Y, Z, have a good time. But they're limited as well. They're really limited. And I think I mentioned before, my daughter's going the States next year. She's got to have 2, the COVID test. But it's just limiting for these people who in New Zealand or be on this earth is about living life, right? It's about living life. We're not living.
But in saying that, though, and it's probably unhealthy to make comparisons, but I said to my daughters the other day, you've got to realize that what we've experienced as a lifetime so far has been incredibly fortunate.
Yes.
From a global perspective.
Yes.
You're born in a country that's safe. You are growing up in a time where there's medicine and, free healthcare and, by all accounts, you're doing well. And a couple of generations before us, this would have been a pandemic that wiped everyone out, or it would have been a war. And it would have been say goodbye to your dad because he's out of here, whether you like it or not. That wouldn't have been a choice. We wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. Like, at least there's some degree of control here. We just haven't quite got there yet. And it's taking a frustrating amount of time. But I do feel like, there's been a lot worse shit in the world prior to this.
We didn't have rhythm of vines back in the World War II or World War I days, did we, Sophia? Come on.
We had a piccolo, we had a jester, I'm sure there was someone serenading someone else, like, this stuff.
But sucks to be a 19-year-old, Luke? Imagine going into COVID-19 2021. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. How suckful would that be? I mean, I would just absolutely... Man, I'm a rock concert guy. I love seeing live acts. It would suck. And I've got these kids at home, and they are just suffering because they can't see their mates. They can't play sport. And my sport, mates, education, whatever. But sport and mates, that's life, right? That's us.
It'll build resiliency. At the end of the day, we'll be out of this in 5 years from the start to finish, maybe. It'll build resiliency at the end of the day.
Something will come out of it, and I'll tell you what's come out of it in my world is I've slowed down my life, and I've actually been like the butterfly and taken my time and taken. I've slowed, less stressful, So that's probably one thing that's taken out of my generation, though, not in my kids' generation, in my generation. So there's a bit of fruit in that. I don't know. Like you say, Sophia, imagine if you was, I think a war would be different? I think a war would be different.
It would
worse.
I feel like.
Awful. Imagine your mother, like me, saying to my kids, you go, I would fucking hate that. I'd hate that, man. I'll go. I've had a little bit of my life. I'm 48. I've had a little bit of my life. I'll go for you, mate. I think that would be worse, actually.
I don't think you're allowed to do that when it comes to war, are you?
I look about 19 though, don't I?
Yeah, not a day over 19.
Yeah,
not at all.
Let's have another look. Look at that 19-year-old guy there. Yeah, shit. But yeah, I suppose. But it's a tough one, especially lockdowns get to you. But also, you're right. You do spend more time learning, reading, talking, connecting with your family, learning.
How's your mental health, Hamish? How's your mental health?
Reasonably positive. I could be a lot more stressed and grumpy. I think I've just been. You got to enjoy these times as well. It's been slowing down. It's been spending time with my wife and my dog. It's we might not have these days again, will we? So
yeah.
I've been trying to do a bit of running, a bit of reading. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, it has been dragging this week. Patience is wearing a bit thin. But I don't think I have some of the other issues that I see other people facing with mental health. But it's certainly an issue out there, isn't it? It's checking on your mates.
Yeah.
People are doing it pretty tough, hospitality. Those with kids. I know a couple of mates with the toddlers. They're just doing their head in. It's they don't have any time for themselves. They're doing homeschooling. Wife's at them. You got to check in on those guys as well.
Well, Thane and I just had a little chat before the show, and we've got a promo coming up for hospitality. Maybe we could just run it past you and just think, off air, because it's I think it'd be quite fun. I think it'd be a lot of media attention, and I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Luke can get a headline, that's for sure.
Hey, what shows have you been watching though? Because we've finished everything.
Oh, have you watched Squid Games?
No. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
I watched the first one, Hamish, and it did my head in.
Yeah,
but,
it's probably the best thing I've watched for some time. And I'm not an avid watcher at all, but I stuck with that, and it was insane, terrifying. It's and they're talking it up to be one of the greats. So it's in subtitles, but you can get it overdubbed in American.
What genre is it?
So
What
it's
genre?
horror. It's horror. It's kind of Saw meets Hunger Games meets a lot of blood and guts. These guys are on a game show pretty much to survive. They kind of make friends and they're trying to survive this game show to win the money. But it's just brutal and lots of twists and turns. And it's actually, I'm still been thinking about it all this week. Get onto it.
That sounds awful.
If you like horror, it's actually edge of your seat type stuff. But so I got on a 9/11 hole for a bit there a couple of weeks ago. Watched a few of the docos on that. I'm not really a binger, to be honest. Like I don't sit there and go through every series, but pick a couple of ones. What have you guys been watching?
We did 9 Perfect Strangers.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. Have you seen it?
I started that. Yep. Was it worth sticking with it?
It's worth sticking with it. Yeah. It's great. White Lotus, which was obviously a hit. That was pretty good.
Yep.
I bought the Masterclass series.
Yep.
That was really great.
What have you watched on that? I'm on that as well.
Are you? Yeah, I watched Robin, what's her name? From Peloton.
Yeah, okay.
She is awesome. That was my personal favorite. Massimo Bottura, he's amazing. I did a wee bit of Timberland. I think I've done probably about 10. I did the Vogue lady, Anna Wintour. She's all right. I just found it really interesting getting a bit of an insight into her when she's so mysterious at all other times. Like you never really see her doing anything. What have you watched?
Yeah, I watched. I got into the cooking, so I watched the Aaron Franklin barbecue last time, and then this time I watched James Cameron. I quite like the creative ones. So James Cameron, the guy from Disney, was really good.
Is that Bob? Was it?
Yeah, Bob Iger. He's great. And then I got into that kind of pastry chef kind of guy, just some odd little.
What a great series that, Marcia. I mean, Sophia spoke about it last week. I didn't even know about it, to be honest. And I Googled it, far out. There's pretty amazing guys doing some amazing education on these things. And I was blown away. It was fantastic. I love barbecue. I love those barbecue shows. I mean, there's this 87-year-old lady who's doing a barbecue, and she gets up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and she does
is that on
Netflix or something like that?
Yeah.
From Snow's Barbecue.
That's it. Oh my God. I just love shows like that. I love the culture of that. And it's like she's just her. I love that. It reminds you a bit like me. I'm just me.
When you watch something like Chef's Table, and I feel like you do get that human connection because they're really like robust personalities, and you just can't help but just dive into their world and just start getting really into it. I also watched David Lynch.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
I've been watching a lot of TikTok, guys. I'm really into TikTok these days.
Yeah, well, you're a bit younger than us there, Thane.
Yeah, I know.
Table there, Sophia. I think Chef's Table is like visionary art. I love it. Such goosebumps watching that Chef's Table, and I just love the stories. Oh my God, the visionary art behind it is that you just watch these guys who just cut. And I'm a chef, right? And I just go, fuck. I just watch it, and I just it's incredible, the stories, the backstories of these people.
Can I ask a quick question? So, there's a lot of funny people banging around on TikTok who are content creators who make me laugh every single day, and I'm trying to get them on the show. So, are you on TikTok, Hamish?
No.
Okay. There's some great stuff.
Don't go on it.
Okay.
It is the most confusing platform I have ever attempted to look at. I really gave it a big no for ages, and then I was like, okay, I'll have a wee look for my business. And then I was like, oh my God.
I go up
1,000
people a week. Literally. It's the fastest growing platform in history.
And what are you dancing on there, Thane? Or what are you
doing now?
I'm just loading some of these interviews on, and it's going crazy for me anyway. So that's going off. A question though, I've been privately questioned. Is there a Rhythm and Vines blacklist? Is there a talent blacklist? And is there a blacklist of people that like troublemaker? This person's never coming back.
Oh, there's certainly some of your Nick D's and your people that are throwing their weight around that we love, but it just sometimes more hassle than they're worth. It's actually more the Kiwis, to be fair. The Kiwi acts come down and they kind of, they're still there on day 3, and it's like, don't you have anywhere else to go? Whereas the internationals come and go. But no, we love hosting the Kiwi acts. But no, we don't have too many enemies. It's all pretty inclusive down there.
What's your most favourite moment? What's your most favourite moment down there? Get us out most favourite moment.
I think. Well,
can you say favourite moment again, just real quick?
Favourite moment.
And then say Friday.
Sachet.
We hosted Public Enemy flew in on a little dodgy flight to Gisborne and landed at the airport and tried to rally those guys up. It was like herding cats, getting Flavor Flav and Chuck D on a bus. And all Flavor Flav was asking me was like, where can you get some weed? he was about to die, and we took them to the local marae, and it was the most humbling experience seeing those kind of hard-hitting New York gangsters just get floored by the Gisborne welcome. And Flavor Flav was actually quite embarrassed with his attitude, and it was pretty cool. They picked a couple of local kids out from the presentation and said, we want to see them side a stage during our set. So I took a couple of the local boys up on stage who ended up doing the haka for them, and that meeting of cultures was pretty priceless, something I'll never forget.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Did he get his weed?
Yeah, he got his weed.
Gisborne weed.
It's just such a good leveler, Gisborne, though, because we get these hard-hitting rappers come in that have been in Vegas, and Chance the Rapper had been at the White House, and they don't want to fly anything but private jets, and they get to little old Gisborne Airport, and the traffic, the luggage comes on one of those tractors, You just realise that everyone, puts their pants on the same way, and they just get humbled, and the Kiwis are so down to earth that they just realise all their bravado just goes out the window.
It must be refreshing that they can relax, though, It might feel like an affront at first, but then surely they just go, oh, okay, I can breathe here a little bit, and let it go for a moment.
Yeah, like Chance the Rapper played another 20 minutes on his set, and they just love it. They come to this vineyard. It's like Jurassic Park for these guys. That it's like they're normally used to speedways and football stadiums and car parks, and they come to Gisborne, and then it's like, wow, this is so cool.
Do they go for a surf, Hamish, and go for a fish, or do they do that sort of stuff?
They don't have time. We used to try and do that when we were just young upstarts trying to bring these top guys to the country. We used to offer them all these beach holidays and horse rides on the beach and wine tasting, but the agent doesn't want to hear about it. He's like, where's the money? The artist doesn't even find out about it, and they don't have time. They pretty much fly in and fly out.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, incredible.
And are they hard to deal with when you're doing a contract and all that type of stuff? Like, can you negotiate with a big act, or is it just, this is my fee, this I want a deposit now, or can you go, hey, how about this?
We've certainly got a bit more buying power over the years. Initially, it was we were kind of underdogs initially, which was great. We were just like the Kiwi add-on to the Australian shows, so kind of not low ball offers, but just we didn't need to pay over and above. But now Rhythm and Vines is on the map, and especially in the drum and bass DJ community, where we're seen as a signature event, so we pay good rates. And there's little things like those rappers, they want jet planes to Gisborne. We don't have jets in New Zealand. I'm sorry, you're getting on an Air New Zealand pencil plane, and they want 5-star hotels. Well, sorry, Gisborne's got 2 4-star hotels, and so some of those little little niggly issues we have to push back.
So you won't put them into the old Jet Inn in Mangere, will you? Interesting you talk about celebrities. I tell you, I was lucky enough to work in the Hard Rock Cafe in London. I worked British Music Awards and World Music Awards in Monte Carlo. We were backstage catering, and I dealt with these celebrities, and like Jack Nicholson. I was 3 nights. I used to look after Jack Nicholson when he came over to Hard Rock London, and they are just people.
Yeah,
they just want And that's why Kiwis and these people that we don't really care who they are, but we respect who they are.
Yep.
But we have a good time with them. And like Tommy Lee, Madonna, Elton John, Michael Hutchinson, Prince, I've met them all, and I've pashed Cyndi Lauper. You know, and it's like they are just people. You know, it is weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? You pashed Cyndi Lauper?
Why?
Yeah, I did, because Cyndi Lauper, because we were backstage, the British Music Awards had finished, and we were just on the chop, and Cyndi came and a few other little celebrities came along, which I don't really know who the fuck they were, but I said, Cyndi, I really like you. Have you ever kissed a Kiwi? She goes, no, I haven't. I said, well, come over here. I'll give you a pash, and I gave her a pash, and she goes, oh, that was pretty good. I'm going to come to New Zealand shortly. So there we go.
Oh man!
You know what I'm pretty. You know, I had a couple of.
Yeah.
You know.
Can you come into the camera and like you're going to pash the camera for a second? I just wanted to see what Cyndi would have seen.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Mate, if you ask anyone anyone that's kissed me, I tell you they would know. Yes,
you have been kissed.
Give us the smoochy lips.
I am. You know, they just fall into my arms.
This is great.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, hang on. I want to get a close up of that. There you go. Cyndi Lauper saw this coming at
It's
her.
just the top bit moves.
Yeah.
What's happening there? Yep. No.
Oh god.
I tell you what, mate. I tell you, one of the funniest person, Alanis Morissette. She was gorgeous.
I love Alanis Morissette.
She's just a beautiful cultured woman. Most pain in the ass person I've ever met as a celebrity was Madonna.
Really?
You just didn't want to know who I was, and me being a pastry guy. The two greatest guys I've ever met is Jack Nicholson, and I've got his phone number in my phone here. He is an amazing guy. He is just the truest of true. And Tommy Lee, Pamela Anderson's ex-husband, great guy.
Yeah, he came to New Zealand a couple of times, didn't he?
Great guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's your show, Hamish.
Down to Crowbar. Do you guys remember Crowbar?
That's right. Crowbar, yeah.
Bill Clinton was a good guy too. He was great. Anyway.
Gee, old Jack Nicholson would be on life support now, wouldn't he? He's pretty old.
Yeah, I love that shot where he was like eating a hamburger or something. He's like, it was just the most disgusting thing.
Good guy. I spent a night in the hotel room with Jack, the Ritz, and we had a great old time. Actually, he came out to Hard Rock 3 nights in a row. I had to look after. That was my job, was look after celebrities. You imagine me looking after. It's like, come on, mate, fucking hurry up. You know, have fun with him. You know, get up there, do your thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not about me.
Well, we've kept you long enough, Hamish.
Yeah.
We're going to let
Get
you
out of
go.
here while you
It's
can.
nearing 11 o'clock, and I'm sure you love hearing all of this. But thank you so much for coming on and for staying so long and having such great convo. You have great chat. Please come again, and we would love to join you.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
Yeah, let's get you guys down to R&V, so we'll talk about that offline and enjoy Squid Game this weekend. Honestly, we'll do.
And my daughter, can you get her in?
Yeah, let's chat, Luke.
Okay.
Okay.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
What a lovely guy.
He is just a top bloke. Top.
He had a band. He had a band called the Blackbird, Little Blackbird. And he goes, "Oh, look, I'm Hamish from Rhythm of Vines and XYZ." And and he goes, "Can I play here?" I said, "Fuck, get up there, boy." And they were the greatest band ever. They were really awesome. They played at Sales Street a couple of times, and I really enjoyed them. They're good people, you know. I love people like that.
Yeah. And Hamish is just a genuine guy, isn't he? Just a cool cat.
Oh, yeah.
I really like that dog too. It had just a really distinctive, like lamb's head shape. It was just so
If you had a dog, Sophia, what dog would you have?
Oh, okay. So I would have.
Let's go into the bathroom, everyone. Back in a second.
Okay. I would have either the sausage dog.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah. Or, okay, there's three. Sorry. I said two. There's three. Sausage dog, Great Dane, or, no, sorry. What's the one that runs around the thing that you had on the other day? Not a whippet, but a...
Greyhound.
Yeah, that's it. Greyhound, sausage dog, or a Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah, I reckon you're more of a cocker spaniel sausage dog lady because you got the big ear here that looks, because dogs look like their owners, right?
Right. So my hair looks like big dog's ears.
Yes. So I'm
Okay.
going for that. That's what I'm going for.
But what if I put my hair up?
Well, you probably put it up. Let's have a look.
No, I can't. I don't have a hair tie. But like, obviously, I wouldn't hold it that close.
There we go. There goes the greyhound. There goes the greyhound. Look.
Right. Thank you. Great.
Yep. There you go. So there you go. Yeah. And Thane, what do you reckon he'd be a Rottweiler, wouldn't he?
Thane would be a
Dog for me, guys.
Labrador. 100% a Labrador. But like a black one or a brown Labrador.
Chocolate, they call them, not black.
Chocolate. That's the one. He's a
Chocolate
chocolate lab.
Mm.
Just sort of like, if I have to, all right. Go on then.
I'd be like a Newfoundland, wouldn't I?
Oh, most definitely.
Definitely.
James Bond. Hey, why don't we give your ad one last push, everybody, because it all happens tomorrow. How are you feeling, Luke? Are you ready for this?
I'm positive now after a bottle and a half of wine. I'm pretty good.
Luke Dallow, inspirational businessman, South Auckland crate champ, architect, playwright, poet, and two-time heart attack survivor.
If I get to Christmas, I'm lucky.
Now, rising like a phoenix, Luke prepares for his next big fight. The Luke Dallow Celebrity Sleepover, raising money for Mental Health Awareness Week. Tune in to YouTube, Twitch or Facebook to watch this living legend sleep like a baby. The Luke Dallow Celebrity Sleepover, live stream this Friday from 10 p.m.
It's a 2-hour show, guys.
Yeah.
Crazy, eh?
Oh, Italian greyhounds. I really like Italian greyhounds. I think they're so cute. I just
They're
worry about them being brittle.
Oh, yeah.
I've got kids, and I don't want them to be running with a scooter or something and trip over and land on the dog and then, crush its bones. Luke, question?
Luke. Go ahead, Luke.
Where's Eddie Mack?
Oh,
he
he signed off. Yeah.
Is he all right?
He's good. He's good.
I think he's fine. I think he just went to bed. It's fair enough.
Yeah,
I'm going to bed tomorrow.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
We're all going to
you are.
watch you.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my kazoo.
All right, Honey, right, that was a great show. I love you all. And on that,
thanks, Luke. Oh, down the hatch. Don't wet the bed.
Don't wet the bed.
I've had my onion soup. So
What?
ready.
What?
Onion soup for the ghost lookalike when the sheets go
Oh, yeah, great. Okay. This
like
is
a hot
getting
air
worse
balloon.
and worse.
Like a hot
It's
air
gonna get
balloon. So I'm
funny.
going to have no candles tomorrow.
No, you don't want to cause an issue with the fire.
No. Hey, what is our safety precautions tomorrow with the? Is there any
I
safety?
will do 3 short, sharp kazoo noises at you if there is a fire.
I'm staying up with you, Luke, because I'm going to be doing all the paneling and stuff. So, I'll be watching along. Yeah.
So we got. Thank you very much for your kind donation. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much.
Will you actually go to sleep? Will you actually sleep, or do you think you'll just?
Yeah, I've got a system tomorrow. I've got a meditation system that I've because when I was running bars and restaurants above, when I had my apartment above bars and restaurants in London, around the world, I was always above them, and I had a meditation system that put me to sleep.
It must be hard as well because you've had so many different careers and so many different places with so many skill sets. Every time we talk to someone, you got the same profession as them as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I am very skill set. You do not. I just,
You're a jack of all trades, are you?
I wear many hats. That wine's really kicking in now. I've got to go off the line. See you later.
Get on, mate. See you soon.
Bye.
See
you tomorrow.
Great show tonight. I think it was lovely seeing lovely Cara Rickard, and it was lovely catching up with Hamish. It was a really good show. These two was a good show. Thank you to everybody.
You're welcome.
You know what I feel like watching is that Squid show now.
That sounds
what day is it tomorrow?
Friday.
Okay, great. See everyone tomorrow for Luke Dallow's big Gumboot Friday money raising live broadcast of him slapping starts at 10 o'clock. So we've got an hour run up from 9 to wish him well. And then we watch the sleeping begin. He'll probably log off around. I think Facebook only lets you go for 4 hours straight. And then you have to start another stream. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Sounds good.
Catch you later.